Every finance channel is telling you this is 2008. Again, they're wrong. And I need you to understand why being wrong about that might be the most dangerous mistake you can make right now. If it's not 2008, no bank runs, no Lehman weekend, then what does this kind of crisis actually look like? Here's the short answer, and you're not going to like it. Slower, quieter, and with no fire alarm at all. So let's run the checklist. 2008, item by item, overnight funding panic, banks refusing to lend to each other overnight, not happening, assets marked to market, collapsing in real time, forcing everyone to recognize the loss at once. Can't happen, because nothing here is marked to market in the first place. A bank run, depositors lining up to pull their cash out. There are no depositors to run. This isn't a bank. Go down the entire 2008 checklist, alarm by alarm, and every single one comes back disconnected. No panic, no forced reckoning, no line out the door. And that, the fact that nothing rings, is not the good news it sounds like. That's the problem. Let's make this concrete. Picture a $100 asset in each world. In 2008, that $100 asset gets repriced to $40 in a single afternoon. Everyone sees the new number at the same time. Everyone panics at the same time. It's ugly, but the system clears the damage fast because the price is public and impossible to ignore. Now, this crisis, that same $100 asset stays marked at exactly $100 on paper for 2-3 years. Nothing about the number changes, but the actual cash that asset is supposed to produce quietly stops arriving. No panic, no forced clearing event, just a slow, invisible transfer of value from real to fictional. Crash happens in an afternoon. Decay happens in silence over years. That difference, crash versus decay, is the one idea this entire video is built on. Why is slow actually worse than fast? 3 reasons, and each one stacks on the last. Rung 1. No alarm means no rescue. You cannot bail out a system that refuses to admit it's drowning. There's no crisis to respond to if nothing on paper looks like a crisis. Rung 2. The money doesn't stop moving just because nobody's panicking. Pensions, endowments, insurance portfolios, they keep contributing into the decay year after year because the statement in front of them still says everything is fine. Rung 3. By the time the marks finally turn honest, by the time somebody is forced to write the real number down, the money has already been gone for a long time. Not lost yesterday, gone for years, quietly, while everyone kept calling it an asset. There is a real precedent for this. It's just not 2008. It's Japan in the 1990s. Assets nobody would reprice, banks nobody would let fail. The world started calling them zombie banks, and a stock market crash that unfolded in slow motion for over 3 decades. The Nikkei peaked in December 1989. It didn't reclaim that peak until February 2024. 34 years. Now look at this chart of ours, next to theirs. Here's why this should change how you think about your own risk. A crash is something you can actually react to. You see the number drop, and you get to decide, sell, wait, rebuild. You have information, even if it's bad information. Decay doesn't give you that. Your statement can say the exact same number for 2, 3, 4 years running, while the real value underneath is quietly leaking out the bottom. You're not being asked to make a hard decision under pressure. You're being kept from knowing there's a decision to make at all. So the worst case here isn't losing money fast. It's finding out slow, realizing years from now that the number you trusted stopped being true a long time before anyone told you. Now, the honest pushback. Regulators say they learned from Japan, and rate cuts can, in theory, refloat almost anything given enough time. Maybe. But refloating requires knowing what's actually underwater in the first place. Double Line's Jeffrey Gundlach has called this corner of the market a top candidate to start the next crisis. JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon reached for his own phrase after 2 lending blow-ups this year. He called it finding a cockroach. And the entire design of this system is built to make sure no one finds the rest of them. So stop watching for a Lehman weekend. There isn't going to be one. There was never going to be one. The crisis you've been waiting for may have already started. Quietly, sometime in the last year, sitting inside a valuation nobody has bothered to update since spring.